first of all, I've been gone for a while. Basically, I just hate school. But it's okay, because I'm home today, and it's going well. I'm gonna do a little story time. I'm really bad at telling stories, so I'm gonna really try. I'm really gonna try today. I wrote down like everything I need, you know. I wrote down the order. You know, I'm prepared for this. I'm just gonna get into it. This is the story of how me and my friend got invited backstage by Jonah to go hang out with him. So basically, me and my friend Karina planned to go to Vegas for Why Don't We's 8 Ladders tour. Now, this was on March 23rd. We flew March 22nd and March 24th. And it was me and my mom and Karina. So we fly there, we sleep, we walk around the hotel, kind of hang out, we sleep, we wake up the next morning, we get ready, and I'm going to get into the story here. We got ready, we went online for the meet and greet. Like, we got on the lines that were starting to form, and I had the Limelight VIP, and she had the regular, she had a 1-pack VIP. And if you don't know, the difference between those is a Limelight is a 25-minute hangout with the band before the show, and the 1-pack VIP is just a group picture with her and the band. So I went into Limelight, and she was on the line for the regular VIP, and she texted me and she was like, Lara, we got in. And here's a little backstory to that scenario. Basically, there was this radio station that was hosting a pizza party that was supposed to go on before the show. They saw that we flew from New York, so the DJ that was hosting it was like, oh wow, we saw that you came a long way. Let's get you into the pizza party. So we were like, okay, sick, thank you, we love you, you know, like, cheers. So we were really excited about it. He told us where to go, what time to be there, like where to meet up, because someone that worked for him was gonna come down and get all of us when it was starting. So we were like, okay, wow, sick, thanks, that's amazing. So we both did our VIPs. We go outside to gather by the box office, which is where we had to meet. And the guy comes down. It's us and then like 10 other girls. And he has like a tiny piece of paper in his hand that has like a random list of names and phone numbers. They did a contest on the radio where it's like you call to win. And they also picked through Twitter and Instagram. So actually, I'll put those DMs over here. The DMs between Karina and the DJ. I'll put them here. Basically, he was just like, here, meet at the box office at 5:45 or whenever it was. My manager or whoever it was will come down and give you wristbands and you'll be able to come to the pizza party. So we were like, okay, sick, thanks. A few of the people weren't there who he was like calling on the list. So then he said, who got a DM? So it was like me and Karina and these 2 other girls that were like together, because it was a pair of tickets to the pizza party, not just one ticket. So he was like, okay, well, what's your timestamp? So we looked at it and we told him the time, and the other girl looked at hers and told him the time. And he was like, okay, well, theirs is earlier and I don't have any more wristbands, so sorry. And we were like, what? We were like, I'm sorry, what did you just say? So we were very upset. I wasn't really upset that like I didn't like get to go hang out with them again, because I already did. I was just upset for Karina because she was told that she was getting in. She was promised that she would get in. They saw that she came from a long way, and the guy refused to take us up with the other girls. He didn't have enough pieces of paper with gold coloring on it. Obviously, just saying that they're with you and that they have a DM isn't good enough. You need to have that piece of paper on your wrist. Also, which is just completely inaccurate, because you don't need a wristband if you're with someone and you have proof that you're getting in. It's not like you're lying. It's you don't have a piece of paper on your hand, God forbid. So, and we were talking to random people inside, like anyone that we could find that worked there. We were like, do you have any idea what, like why they would do this? And they were like, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know how to help you. So we were like, okay, great, nobody knows what the hell they're doing here. So we were upset. We moved on. We were like, whatever, we have front row, center, you know, for the show. So we'll just enjoy that. We'll enjoy Corbin Besson's presence, you know, from the front row, which is pretty good. So we got on the merch line, which was very long. My friend Karina started tweeting about it. So we have our little group of friends also started tweeting about it. They were tweeting the DJ who was hosting it, and they were tweeting the radio station, and they were like, this is ridiculous. You need to make up for this. You need to do something. You need to let them in. And people were like retweeting her thing that was like the whole, like basically the whole explanation of what I just explained earlier. And all of a sudden I got a notification. It was Jonah tweeting, and he was like, yo, I want to meet you before the show, and like I want to meet you before we leave, DM me. So I was like, I'm sorry, what? So I opened it and I realized that he replied to Karina's tweet that people were retweeting, and I was like, oh my god, look. And then she went on her phone, saw that he followed her, and he DM'd her. And he was like, hey, I'm so sorry that that happened. How can we make this up? And she was basically just like, oh my god, thank you so much. Wow, like, you're such a kind soul. So he was like, maybe you could come backstage after the show. I was like, Jesus Christ. Very grateful, because Jonah's just such a nice human being. Oh, wow, he's literally such a great person. Oh my god. So, we went to the show. We were like, we were tweeting about what was happening, so everyone was like, we were really excited. The show was great. Best concert I've literally ever been to my entire life. I love Corbin Besson. And after the show, we were kind of like, because like right after the show, everyone was like, get out, wait in the lobby, get out of the theater. So we were like kind of scared. We were like, we kind of thought that he would kind of just forget about it because they had to drive to San Jose for their next show. So we were just a little bit worried that it just wasn't gonna happen. And then she got a DM. Well, we were waiting by like the doors that like lead you to backstage, and a girl came over and she was like, guys, you can't stand here. You'll have to go. And she showed her the DM, and she was like, we're supposed to be going backstage. And then another guy came over, and he was like, well, you can't go backstage unless someone comes and gets you. We can't just let you roam around. And we were like, okay, I get it, you know, like, I get the vibe, you know. So, she got another DM, and it was Jonah, and it was a picture of John. If you don't know who John is, it's their manager, one of their managers. So it was a picture of John, and he was like, pretty great. I really loved it. And he was like, this is John, he's our manager. He'll bring you backstage, go and find him in the lobby. And we were like, oh my god, like this is actually happening. We were very shocked. So we were like, okay, stan list. So we went to the lobby, and we found John, and we went up to John. He was like, oh, there you are. Okay, come with me. And I was like, ah. While we were like in the elevator, I looked at Karina, and I was like, wow, kind of weird. We don't have that like backstage all access pass. I thought we weren't allowed anywhere with no wristbands or passes. So we were laughing about that. So then we got backstage, and we went behind this curtain, and there were a bunch of people just like kind of hanging out in this like hallway. So John just like yells, and he's just like, Jonah! And Jonah turns around and he comes over, he's like, hey guys, and I was like, he's like, what are your names? I had Limelight, so he recognized that he saw me like 2 hours before that. But he's like, yeah, I'm so sorry that happened. Like, we didn't even know the pizza party was happening. I'm not gonna go into detail of what he said, because he was like, yeah, you didn't really miss anything. We didn't really actually have time to talk to the fans. We were kind of just told we were doing this promotion thing for the radio station, and we were thrown into a room, and 2 minutes later they rushed us through a meet and greet. I got to talk to maybe 2 girls, and I was like, that's not very good for the other girlies who got to get in. Like, they kind of deserve more than that, you know? So we were like, wow, like, the show was great. I was like, Friends live.
an experience.
I was like, you know, I really liked Friends. The choreography slapped, you know? Choreography for Choose literally outsold. He's just like, oh, you liked it? I was like, oh, yes. We just talked for like 10 minutes and then Tyler Seavey, Daniel's brother, came out of the dressing room. And also we saw Jack. He looked great, you know, great as always. Jonah, we gotta go, you gotta pack up your stuff. So he was like, okay. And he was like, well, I have to go, I'm being pulled away. And he was like, but I'm glad you enjoyed the show. I'm glad I got to make it up to you. I just felt so bad I needed to do something. And he was like, want to get pictures? And we were like, yes, of course. So I'll put those pictures in here. So then after that, Tyler escorted us back to the lobby where we left and then met up with my mom. And then, yeah, that's really it. Ended with a banger. The show was great. Go see it. 8 Letters Tour. They're going to lots of places. Jonah's just the greatest person ever, you know? And right now, actually, we're in a little issue with that DJ guy because he DM'd my friend Karina and he was like, hey, I'm sorry that happened. There was a miscount. There was a miscount with the wristbands and you're not allowed to go anywhere without a wristband. And we were like, okay, you're a liar. But he was like, I'll make it up to you. Like, are you going to any shows? Are you going to any other shows? And she was like, yeah, since we're from New York, we're going to Radio City. He was like, okay, I'll get you a pair of tickets for free. Again, I'm sorry that happened. So we were like, okay, sick, thanks. He never did. He kept leaving Karina on scene. He kept just literally not replying, like, because when you look on an Instagram DM, it says scene. That was what was going on yesterday. He never got her tickets to Radio City. He never got tickets. He left her on scene, and we called him out for it. He blocked us. He blocked us on saved accounts. He blocked us. He replied to us and was like, I'm actually gonna talk to the grateful people now. And he was like, you didn't even deserve it with that attitude. And we were like, are you kidding me? Like, did you just say we didn't deserve to meet someone that we love so much because of our attitude? Because you scammed us? Like, I can't take scammers. So anyways, so we're dealing with that now. That was my little story time. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot went on. And yeah, let me know if you want me to vlog the tour, the summer tour that I go to, because I have Limelight for the Mohegan Sun show. So I can vlog that if you want, because I think that might be fun. Let me know what other videos you want to see, because I never have any ideas because I suck. So yeah, let me know. I love Why Don't We and Jonah Murray, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.